Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Spirit, and if you didn't check out today's earlier video, I suggest going back and giving it a look. We've got some announcements and contests, so be sure to give it a check, because I'm pretty sure you may like some of the prizes. So today's video is going to be a little something. Ray7 had already done a video on it, Blutsauger Vs Crossbow, but I want to give my own little input and my opinion on the crossbow and the Blutsauger itself. So if you don't know, the Blutsauger is a needle gun that when it fires and hits someone, you gain 3 health back. They'll usually lose about 8 to 10 health depending on the distance. They could lose a bit less. But you also have -2 to your health regen, so you get +1 instead of +3. And the crossbow keeps your normal stats and replaces the needle gun with a actual crossbow that fires a giant needle that ramps up in damage or healing depending on the target it hits based on distance. So you can use it to take out targets at long range or heal up at targets at long range that you aren't near when it comes to healing. So my opinion is that the crossbow is definitely a good choice of weapon if you've got teammates who you're relying on, and the ones you aren't relying on that are in the backline can get your medigun because they're a bit closer and it's going to build your uber. The ones that are far away or got out of your range, you can use the crossbow to heal them, or if you need to heal people quickly, the crossbow will definitely top them up before switching back to your medigun to build uber. It's a situational weapon of, do they need health now, or are we fine to sit back, heal, and get their uber charge? In a firefight where they desperately need help, the crossbow comes in handy. However, when it comes to self-defense, it's not helping them very much. Especially you. If you have to run away, the crossbow is great when your opponent is far away and you're retreating. But when they're close up, you're left a little vulnerable. But when it comes to the Blutsauger and your pocket dies or your teammates die, you can retreat and spray needles and it's going to do a bunch of cumulative damage, and that's really where it's going to hurt them. It makes it so you can fight and survive. With that health regen, it may be minor, but it may be just the thing you need. Whereas your crossbow, you're stuck trying to do single shots. Whereas with the Blutsauger, you've got 40 rounds, and if they all hit for 10 damage, that's 400 damage. The only thing stopping you right there is an overhealed heavy. And you can do a lot of work on a heavy, especially if they got terrible aim and you're just dodging around them. That's an easy kill and free health. But when it comes to a heavy that aims, you'd be better off running and spraying, and when he's chasing you, he's going to get hit, and so he's going to have less health. You're going to have more health. It's one of those things that can really help out when you need it. Going offensive with the crossbow isn't that great. Once again, you're going to only have a single shot and it's going to be based on your distance. But when it comes to, say, the Blutsauger, going offensive is quite capable. Not fully recommend it, but it is capable. Now, when it comes to pairing weapons with the crossbow and the Blutsauger, I like to take my standard medigun with the crossbow along with the uber saw, so I can build up an uber and heal and be prepared for sentries and whatnot. But when it comes to the Blutsauger, I'll use it with the quick fix usually, because if I'm really desperate for health, I can pop the quick fix on myself, get health back, switch, fight a bit, switch back, and whatnot. And when it comes with the Kritzkrieg, I'll use either or, because the Kritzkrieg doesn't have an actual Uber where they're going to be invulnerable, but at the same time it doesn't help me personally. So I could survive and get away, or I could fight and get away. So it's really tricky on what weapons you really should use. But I will mainly use the Uber Saw itself. The odd time I will take the Amputator, usually with the quick fix, just for a healing set that I can get everyone quickly if need be. But it doesn't mean that the Blutsauger is bad and the crossbow is bad. They're a different playstyle. They're definitely better than the stock needle gun. However, if all you have is stock, well then you gotta play with stock. If it was something else, like the Overdose, which is a terrible weapon, Valve, please make that a passive. Because if I'm going to fight with weakened needles, I might as well just use the handbag I have sitting somewhere. It'll be just as effective. But that's the thing, is choosing what works for you at the time. It's situational. Sure, stock is balanced, could be used at any time, any way. That's what the stock is built for. Everything else, being side weapons, are just ways to deal with your situation. You have people who need health fast, crossbow. You need to protect yourself more often, Blutsauger. You need to run away like a coward and most likely be killed, Overdose. Everything has its situation. And that's what I like, is choosing the right weapon for the right situation. That's why the crossbow and the Blutsauger to me are some of the most controversial weapons that there are. It's all about knowing, do I want or need my crossbow, or do I want or need my Blutsauger? What's more important right now? And at the time, during this video, I used my crossbow more than I would have used the Blutsauger. I have a pocket, being Kaboomy. I have another medic on the team, health healing. And I've got people who are trying to deal with everything that's getting in my way. I'm avoiding stuff, and when need be, I pull out my Uber Saw to defend myself on enemies who get close up. In my Battle with Array video, you see me use the Blutsauger effectively as possible, but at the same time I'm retreating, I'm leading my shots, and I'm getting people hit. It's all about balancing out all those things. And this, I don't use the crossbow to attack, I use the crossbow to heal. I throw out the odd ones when I'm retreating, but that's what it was meant for. And on top of it, it gets really, really crazy when trying to manage all of that together. So hopefully you guys figure out what you like more. The crossbow, the Blutsauger, the Overdose, or stock. I can't tell you what to like, I can't tell you what to dislike. It's up to you. And maybe playing with a crossbow is more your style than playing with one of the needle guns, and vice versa. So, I hope you enjoyed. Month of the Medic comes to close with our next video. And remember, check out the previous video from today for the contests and the garbage truck and the announcement. So I hope you all enjoyed watching. Let's build something in the next one.